Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while. I've been busy just learning a lot of new shit, writing a lot of music, just having lots of fun in the world of production. And I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of different questions with regards to inspiration. How do you stay inspired? Where do you find inspiration to write that much music? Now, it's something I've struggled with in the past where I used to be stuck and I didn't know what to do. But now I'm more at a point where I could easily grasp different um, external inspirations to help me write music. And if I don't, if there's nothing specifically coming to me, I have techniques that I use to get started in terms of inspiration, to find inspiration from somewhere. And today I want to talk to you about several different ways of doing that. I'm going to do multiple videos because there's a lot to talk about this point. So I'm going to do multiple videos and I'm going to talk about different points that work for me and hopefully that helps you out. So let's start off with the first one. Go find a song that you really love, any type of music. It might be jazz, it might be swing, whatever it is, and simply research on what key it's written in. Take that key, play around that key, get the vibe, get the mood going, and write something based off that key. Now, this works great because you're not going to sound like that other song 100%, but at least it's a starting point. A lot of times we're stuck at the beginning and we don't know how to move forward. And this is a decision that's taking for you that's quite simple, right? It might be a song that you're listening to right before this video. Just check the key, Google it, and just use those same note patterns and you'll be able to at least get something going. That's what's cool. Number 2, use a random key, a key that you don't usually use. Write in a mode that you don't usually write. Write in Dorian or in Phrygian. If you don't know what these are, you could Google it. And you'll see quickly by playing these scales, new inspirations will come to you because it's going to sound different than a lot of what you hear out there. So a lot of times we're seeking for different influences to allow us to write music and inspire us something different and for our music to sound a bit different as well, right? That's something that's super, super important. Number 3, pick a BPM that you don't usually write in. Let's say you're writing dance music, you're writing deep house, let's say, and you're usually gravitating towards 119 to 123, 124 BPM, why don't you write something in 112? That's super, super cool because it's going to give you a completely different vibe. Your 4 on the 4 kick, your kick's going to be played less often. There's a bit more space between the kicks. Your rhythms come out differently. So there's a lot of interesting stuff you could do. I tend to write usually in the low 120s, 117, 118 sometimes, and I've been playing around a lot with really low BPMs like 75, 80, 87. Sometimes I pick weird like 89 and I just start writing. And I see that gives me a complete different feel. And because I am who I am and I make decisions a certain way, it still sounds like me, even though it's a different genre-ish. So why don't you give that a try and let me know how that goes. Number 4, go through your presets on any instrument that you have and pick a sound that you honestly don't like. And you tell yourself, yeah, I would never pick this sound ever. Just pick that sound and make it work for you. Play around with the oscillators, change it up a bit. The important thing here is you're doing something that's different. Something different is going to give you a new path, might lead to new inspirations. And even after writing the song, or even if you're not happy with the song, you get to a point where, you know what, I like the direction of the song, I like kind of the riff or the rhythm, the bass line, but I still don't like this initial sound that I picked. That sound got you there. You could just swap up the sound to something that fits better. But at least the important thing is you didn't know what to do. This gave you an unnatural start, which turned into something natural and sounds beautiful now. So why don't you guys give that a try as well? That has worked for me a lot, especially with lead sounds. Right, I write the track and I'm kind of stuck with the lead sound that I'm going to use. I don't want to use a simple piano. And I use as a weird sounding lead sound. I tell myself I will never use that. And next thing you know, you use it and you just make it work. You put distortion on, you put saturation, you change a couple of the oscillators. Next thing you know, you're pretty much, it's fitting and it sounds cool and different. You would have never come up with that sound if it wasn't for that process. Number 5, listen to music styles that you don't usually listen to. You might maybe see this a lot on the internet, people talking about that. It's really great. Different styles of music give you access to different scales, different BPMs, different rhythms and grooves, which you could be inspired by a lot, different emotions. So experiment by listening to other types of music and try to understand what's going on in that song. How can I apply that texture, those aesthetics, those songwriting techniques in my genre of music? And that's how hybrid types of music are created, where you see, let's say I write a lot of deep house, ambient influenced indie type of music. So that's a great mix because of always listening to different type of music, being inspired by different things, and making it happen. So I fully encourage you, now that you're done watching the video, pick one of these 5 and just open your DAW preference, whatever it is, hopefully it's Ableton, and just apply it and see where that goes. And even if you spend an hour, nothing happens, that's cool, because you spent an hour perfecting your skills and getting better at what you do. It's not time wasted. So the important thing is, instead of watching Netflix, you actually sat down and wrote music, which is the whole goal here. So this is it. Here's 5 inspirational tricks. We'll have more tricks, more tips. I'll have more tips for you guys in the future, maybe next week or the week after, because I have many different ways of staying inspired. So why don't you guys give these a try? If you have any questions, comments, if one of them worked for you, just write it in the comments below. And see you guys next time.